welcome to a new vlog and to a nearly done kitchen. It's getting really, really exciting. We've got the corner unit up there. This is nearly done. There's a few bits and pieces. Dan is coming again next week, so we're getting closer and closer. We've now got the black plastic off the floor, which is so nice not to have that. I have got a rug to go in front of the Olga, but I'm not putting it down until there are no more workmen in the house. We're nearly there. And I had a shower today and it was utter bliss. The bathroom's not finished, but the plumber really kindly got it ready enough for us to be able to use until he comes back at some point, hopefully next week. So we are making huge progress. Yesterday was such a busy day. In fact, last week was really busy. Nigel unexpectedly said that he could come on Thursday evening for the day yesterday. So yesterday I spent with Nigel putting up things like the corner cupboard up there, the one in the bathroom, a whole load of stuff down by the stables. The stables are now functioning. I haven't actually put straw in them. We haven't actually used them, but we can now use them. And we've got it set up. The snug is pretty much done. The sitting room is pretty much done. And upstairs is looking a whole lot different. The boys got back from school and it's so lovely. Lovely to have them home, but Simon has just left on a business trip. He's had to go to Turkey for meetings, so he is away at the moment. I'm flying solo. We've got 2 on half term, 1 still at school, and we're about to go to Tintin's. Archer's at a friend's, Gus is here, and Coco is not having a riding lesson, but kindly using his arena for a bit of schooling, with I suppose me teaching her, but I couldn't start this week's vlog at Tintin's again. But having dropped Archie at his friend's, Si at the airport, I then popped in to Waitrose. I don't go to Waitrose very often because I always get tempted by all sorts of goodies, but lovely Emma, who lives in Sussex, and we've met a few times, sent me a message to say, Charlie, they are doing pink and green tea towels in Waitrose. So what have I just done? I bought new tea towels, and actually our old tea towels. Oh, the lights have gone off. You want a power cut? Anyway, hopefully they come back on. We'll see. Oh, there they are. Just like that. Our old tea towels. I love these like toweling terry ones, and I use them when I'm catering a lot. So some of them will go for catering jobs and some of them will go for the horses, because I use tea towels a lot with the horses. I know that might sound silly, but I hot cloth them, I wash their legs with tea towels, I clean tack with tea towels. I do a lot with tea towels. And then this pink is just beautiful. It's absolutely lovely. So I'm very pleased with those. I stocked up on them. Then a couple of deliveries. This beautiful ribbon came around this gorgeous box, and this is from my lovely, lovely friend Liv. Liv's business is called Fern England, and she has sent me this gorgeous, gorgeous box of goodies. So I met Liv in February, and she's just such a lovely, lovely, delightful person. This is her, and she makes these wonderful fascinators, hats, and these beautiful bows, and they're all handmade. She does wonderful door stops with old bits of leather and old bits. She's really clever and really talented, and she has sent me these beautiful, beautiful bows. Look at that. They're just gorgeous. So I've got 2, the red tartan and the black watch tartan. How stunning are those? I mean, even up there above the Olga, or on our front door, there's so many places that these could go. It's absolutely perfect for Christmas. So I'm going to leave Liv's details, Fern England, link down below, because I saw her at the fair, at the Eat, Nourish, Love fair, and they've got such beautiful, beautiful ribbons as well on them. And her bows were so popular, she'd actually sold out of most of them by the time I'd seen her, so she's kindly sent me these, but they are just gorgeous. So that is a wonderful addition and perfect for going into the winter months and Christmas. Christmas, I've said it. It's there. And actually my Christmas course is now live. So I have an online Christmas course. It was the first course that I created online, and it starts on the 28th of October, and I will leave all the details linked down below. If you want to take the stress out of Christmas, then my Christmas course is for you. I created this sort of blueprint of how I do Christmas when the children were little, because Christmas was really stressful. 3 tiny children. I had to plan ahead, I had to get organised, and so I created, without really realising, a way to make Christmas easier and less stressful, and then I have created it and filmed it into a course for you all. So I have run this course now for a number of years. I always get wonderful feedback. I've done an intensive version, which is just 2 weeks, and then I've done a deeper dive, which is longer and covers absolutely everything I could possibly think of sharing with you for a traditional English Christmas. So those details are all linked in the description of this video. Now the tile saga is still going on, and actually this has just arrived in the post today. There's beautiful ribbon there. I keep ribbons and then I use them for other things. Kitchen scissors. Yesterday, before the boys came home, I just felt like this house, our new home, it's just really coming together and feeling like a proper home now. It's taken a while, and as I said, Rome wasn't built in a day, but we are really getting well settled in now. So these have been sent by Jules for me to have a look at. I'm just going to unwrap them and then be back. So more pink tiles from lovely Jules, who has the Cotswold Stone and Wood Tile Company, and these are another option to go. So these pink tiles vary slightly in colour, and they could work at the back there. They are made in Spain, but I'm slightly thinking, although I really do like that shade of pink, that is pretty perfect. Where's my swatch? So that's the cream Fired Earth one. That is the fabric swatch, which I'm thinking, and actually these tiles work really well. But at the moment, very good of Jules to send those. At the moment, I'm thinking just plain cream tiles everywhere and bring in the pink through the fabric. But we'll see. I could change my mind. So I have a little bit of time, but I am thinking that. And then if I just did plain cream, if we got bored of the green and wanted to paint the units and go blue or I don't know, whatever, I could do that and don't need to retile and just keep it neutral, and then just put little accents of pink throughout without it being, I don't want it to be a sugar candy kitchen, and I don't want it to look twee, but I want it to look traditional and homely, if that makes sense, without being too over the top. So that's why I'm veering to that. Anyway, I also popped in yesterday to the launch of In the Country magazine. Holly Thomson, who is the editor-in-chief and director of this wonderful magazine, is so talented. She's also just launched or written her first novel, which I'm going to leave linked down below. I'm sure it's called A Search of Kinds, and it is available on Amazon. It looked really good. I had a flick through and read the back cover yesterday, and I will definitely be ordering it. But In the Country magazine, this is volume 2. So volume 1, Holly created a number of years ago. She's had a little bit of a pause and she has come back, and it is a really, really beautiful, beautiful magazine. So much thought and so much love has gone into creating this, and it was lovely to be there yesterday and to support Holly in the magazine again. Here, there's her book, A Search of Kinds. And it's just a real honour to be there to chat to her, and I'm really, really thrilled that she has brought this magazine back, because I used to love it and I was very sad when she stopped publishing it for a little while. And there's lots, I mean, I'll just talk to you It's a competition with Ariat. It's from English to Western, different types of riding, behind the wheel, so a bit of driving, juggling act with Marina Fogel, how she balances horses and family life, British venison, top class country, icons, their tributes, and digital detoxes with Emma Warren. And I actually met Emma yesterday in person. She's such a lovely lady. It was really gorgeous to chat to her. And I also took my new friend, who is the farmer here, girlfriend. She's really lovely, and so we had a lovely evening for the launch of this. But now I need to go and hitch up the car and take Coco for a riding lesson. Well, not a riding lesson, a riding lesson from me, some schooling of her horse. I'm just feeling rather pleased with myself. The lock on here wasn't working, annoyingly, and that's, you know, something that happens when you buy something old and pre-loved. I'm just going to hop up onto the kitchen worktop. So Simon and I were umming and ahhing last night about what to do, whether to get the lock fixed, and I was like, just put a magnetic strip up. Ordered on Amazon yesterday, arrived today, and I just stuck that one on here. Hang on, let me just go and get the other magnetic strips and show you. Because I'm sure they'll be useful for other things. Lola, lie down. So they came in a box like this, and they are literally, sorry, that's Tess walking around too, magnetic strips. And so I just stuck one on there, put that one on there, took the bit off the back, closed the door, and it's just stuck in the right place. The key goes in the lock, so you can pull it open, but the door is now closed. And actually, I've got something else that could do with a magnetic strip, so you can just turn the key and easily pull it. So I was rather pleased with that. I also got some command strips, because I've got a few things to put up that don't need nails and hooks or what have you, but could do with sticking. So that was my little delivery from Amazon, but I was rather pleased with that, so I thought I would share it with you. Anyway, I really am now going to take Coco riding. Oh, and one other thing while we're here. These are my bread bags in use. So I've got my homemade sourdough in there, in my bread bags, and they just keep it fresh and, you know, protected. Also, Lola hasn't discovered them, so there is a loaf of sourdough wrapped in my bread bag. I can put that in the bread bin, but actually, because everyone's here, well, apart from Simon, the bread bin is quite full at the moment, so they're just sat there with flowers from the garden. So we're here in Tintin's arena, and Cokes is just warming up Santana to a little canter and a little jump. We are loving the Lucinda Green Academy, Cross Country Academy. It's phenomenal. We are you know, like 10 days in, and Cokes and I have been spending our evenings listening and joining the Zooms and things like that. It's really helpful, and I think it's definitely helped Coco's mindset to be a bit more determined. And this is, you know, just we're new to this, so we've got a lot more content to consume, but it definitely is helping. So the combination of Lucinda and Tintin seems to be helping, and we'll see. They're doing a school show jumping thing tomorrow. Let's hope it's slightly better than the last one, because that wasn't great. So that's why we've come now, to have a little bit of a practice, have a little bit of a jump. She loaded like an absolute dream, like no hesitation, absolutely nothing. Just walked straight from the yard, across the field, into the trailer, done. So that was really good. She did sweat up a bit travelling, but she always does that, and I think that's maybe just her. But we're going in the right direction, so you've just got to be determined and persevere. But there they are. So once they're warm, we'll have a little jump. Hopefully it all goes well. I planned to speak to you this morning after the school run, but it's been one of those days. Monday, and size away, school run, boys on half term, and I've just been pulled in every different direction today. I was hoping to film content for my members club last week, but because I had the wonderful Dan here doing this, I had Seb here as well, and I had the plumbers, it was a little tricky to film any content. So I have actually done some of that today. So I've got a lovely soup in here, tucked around the side of the arc. I have got a beef stew. I have also made pumpkin spice, which I'm going to be sharing on Instagram and TikTok this week. That is my plan, I think. But I filmed that because I wanted to use some of that in my soup. And it's been one of those days. I had lunch with a friend with the boys, which was really lovely. It's such a small world. We've only just recently, as a new friend, we met at school. We met at school when the boys were at school last year, and then we met again this summer. Well, the end of the summer, at the beginning of term. Hang on, let me put my hair up. It's really bugging me. And they've just moved down the road, literally like 10 minutes away, and their son is at school with Gus in the same house, Sam and Archie, which is just such a small world. And we've got so many friends in common. She was at school with Archie's godmother, so we had a really lovely lunch. And then I took Tintin's saddleback to him, which we borrowed for the competition yesterday, which didn't go brilliantly. She loaded like a dream, an absolute dream, like with the normal leather head collar and lead rope, not lunge line and rope head collar. She just walked in like a lamb. She warmed up to start with quite well, and then she started testing Coco. And I said to Coco today, let's just do some dressage for a little bit. Let's have a change of let's just change it up. Let's take the pressure off. And Coates was like, good idea, Mummy. She is having a lesson with Tintin in a few days' time, so we'll see how that goes. And I had a good chat with him today about it. And she's just a very clever horse. But anyway, this morning, after I dropped Coco at school, I popped into our local farm shop and got a few things. A crown prince, in fact, a couple of crown princes, the other one's over there. And then these gourds for decorating things. I don't know, I might do a mantelpiece, I haven't quite decided, but I thought I needed to get into like slightly the pumpkin-y vibe. I was thinking, I don't know, I think it was yesterday, I was thinking, I'm not really into like seasonal decor at the moment, I'm just trying to get the house in order. I can't really think about that too, but I have got a few token gourds and a couple of crown princes. And then we were chatting potatoes, and such a lovely lady. We were talking about what are the best potatoes for like mash and for soups and things like that. And she was like, the red Desiree, Charlie. They are, they're known also as the lazy housewife potato. I absolutely love that. Lazy housewife potato, the Desiree. Just a really good, like bog standard, not going to fail you potato. So I got some of those and a few other bits and pieces, and then just be doing that today. I'm looking forward to Sai coming home. I've missed him. I'm missing him. In fact, he's just sent me a message at dinner. Can I call you later? Yes, darling, you can. He's just such a lovely man, and we have got this kind of lovely rhythm. Like in the morning, I get up and showered and ready for the day. He gets up, he does the dogs, he then comes and has a shower. He does the dogs and the hens, and then normally he does the school run. Sometimes I do it, depending on what's happening. And, you know, he just does stuff. And when he's not here, it's extra for me, but it's fine. He'll be back soon. And it makes you appreciate what you have when it's not here. For example, having a functioning kitchen. I mean, I'm just literally grinning from ear to ear in here. I've been cooking all sorts. And then I spent Saturday night, oh my goodness, how life changes, putting my herbs and spices into these little jars. Beth and I were talking about jars and decanting because I'd actually doubled up on quite a lot of stuff from the old larder. I mean, look. Sad that I get excited about stuff like this, but there's my thyme, cumin, nutmeg, all wonderfully decanted into these. And I think because our old larder was quite large, you could easily lose things in there. I'm quite enjoying not having so much space, and you've got to be a bit more mindful, and you can't just tuck things at the back of the cupboard and forget about it and then buy it again. For example, I had 3 of these. What are these? Ground cinnamon. 3 ground cinnamon. Who needs that? So as and when I use my ground cinnamon up, in fact I used quite a lot of it today in my pumpkin spice, I could just add more, which is just brilliant. And then not have a surplus of jars. I've also freed up space in the larder area with doing this and decanting. So, and then I'm hoping I'm going to be able to buy just little refills of my herbs and spices going forward. But that is how I spent my Saturday night, literally doing this, and it's such a satisfying job. And I think they look so pretty over there beside the Alga. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. So that's what I've been doing. Anyhow, I have now, because I've been busy filming today, supper is ready for everybody. The dogs are outside being fed. It's been a really kind of miserable, oh that was stupid, I just spilled it everywhere. It's been a really miserable, gloomy day here. The forecast is pretty miserable for the rest of the week. But hey ho, that means I can get all sorts of jobs inside done, and I'm just going to leave you with how pretty does that look. And I also actually have one of these thingamabobs. I'm not even sure what you call it, but it's a Nimbot label maker, and it's brilliant. So I made my label for my, where have I put it? Here. My pumpkin spice label with this. But these came with their own labels, which is very handy. But I am now going to feed the hens, sort them out, and then feed the children. So I will chat to you all tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow we're going to London. We're going to Triny's new store for, I think, makeup. Not 100% sure, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm taking the boys. They're meeting a friend. Archie's got a friend coming to stay, and yeah, so we're going to London for a lovely day out, and I'll take you with me tomorrow as much as I possibly can. Another thing that happened today, which I had forgotten, is our wonderful chimney sweep came, and he's been sweeping the chimneys here for the last 25 years. And he's been our chimney sweeper at our previous house ever since we were there. So it was really lovely. He went and saw the new owners soon. He said they're settling it, not soon, he went to see the new owners, I think a couple of weeks ago. And he said that they were settling in well, which is lovely to hear. Anyway, I don't have any firelighters, so I'm using a little bit of tissue paper. Hopefully it works. And I've got some logs. I've got some kindling. And we'll see if we can get this fire going. But it is so grey, so gloomy, and actually Coco and I have got our Lucinda Green Zoom this evening. Monday night is Lucinda night, so I thought it would actually be really nice to light the fire. Archie lit the fire in his shepherd's hut last night, actually set the smoke alarm off because yeah, so his chimney smoked quite badly. But it's fine, we've got it sorted, and at least we know that the fire alarm works well, so that's excellent. But it was at about 11 o'clock last night. Anyhow, let's see if we can get this fire going. We actually bought this fire back from, not our previous house, but the one before that, pre-me. Simon had this fire back, and bought it, and it works really well in here, so hopefully this fire draws brilliantly. But I didn't want to light the fire until we had the chimney swept. They were done before our tenancy started here, but it's always good. That was early spring, so it's a good idea to get them checked again before lighting the fire. But hopefully I get this going nicely. So I've just come in here to escape everybody and share with you what I'm wearing today to head up to London. So I've gone with the white Coco knit with the Willowbrook denim, and then I've changed things up and I've gone for the black faux leather skinny minis. And I'm going to actually wear them. I'm currently wearing them with my slippers. I'm going to wear them with my Converse, and I thought that was going to be a good look, comfy kind of mum on the run, and kind of perfect for Triny. I'm not actually sure what is happening at the Triny shop today, but or flagship store, I should say. But I'm looking forward to it. I always have such a lovely time there. I think it's makeup, but they have just launched some new skincare, so it might be a little bit of everything. But I will share with you as much as I possibly can. I've actually so on Tuesday's blog that's actually going out today that I filmed, I realised that my skinny jeans are a little bit too skinny. I have put on quite a few pounds, probably about 4 kilos this year, moving and stress and what have you. And Adrian, my acupuncturist, is like, Charlie, don't worry about it, don't stress about it. As and when life is a little bit calmer and I'm not feeling so exhausted, I will start back doing my exercises. At the moment, I'm just sort of dog walking, doing the horses, and I'm trying to eat as healthily as possible, but I'm not putting any pressure on myself. It's fine. But I did size up my skinny jeans. I was like, I think they're looking a little bit skinny. I don't actually have a mirror, a full length mirror at the moment. I've just got mirrors like that. So when I watched back on the camera, I was like, those are looking a little bit too tight, Charlie. So I have ordered, and actually I get them on Outnet, and they were more than half, I think they were 70% off. So I thought, do you know what, let's just go with slightly comfier. I've been reticent to buy bigger clothes, but actually sometimes you just have to take the pressure off yourself, and I'm not beating myself up. You know, it's fine, it's totally fine. And I probably was a little bit too skinny, to be honest, but there'll be a happy medium. I'm not quite there yet, but we'll get there. I have been certainly comfort eating, which I've never done before, but I've been sort of turning to kind of chocolate and crisps and cheese. Who'd have thought? But anyway, this is my look for London today. The fire was so cozy and so lovely, and actually Quentin is here today, which is perfect because he can look after the dogs, and he's filling the log baskets, so that is a great job done. And then this is my magnety thing. I'm just coming. This is my magnety thing that I have on the back of my phone to use as a tripod, but you are currently on a proper tripod, but I've got to fly, and I'll chat to you in London. Very lovely to be up in London. I have just had Itsu with the boys. I've come back to the car to brush my hair, put some lippy on. I actually just really annoyingly wiped my cover up off my spot. It's a really painful one too, that time of the month. Anyhow, I also popped into Subdued. If you've got teenage girls, you may have heard of it. We're going to Ascot on Saturday, and Coco didn't really have anything to wear, so she was like, Mummy, can you get me something in London? I was like, where am I going to go? She said Subdued, so it looks quite short. I actually went up a size so she can wear it lower on her waist with, I thought, navy tights, and also got her a pair of jeans. And then this knit, which I thought would actually work really well with the skirt for my teenage daughter. So that is her look. She will wear my boots, navy tights, and this, and actually possibly one of my jackets as well, but we'll see. They're not really one for coats and jackets. And I popped into Penelope. Have I got time to show you? Just time. I purposefully didn't show you the boots that I took back because I didn't want to put anyone off them. They're lovely boots. They're just not me, and I wanted them to be me. But as I was talking in Tuesday's vlog, unless you feel really comfy in something, don't. And when I put them on and Simon said, oh no, and then Coco said, oh no, and then Beth was like, no. but you've got better. So I ended up swapping them for this pair. They were very helpful in there. And it's a completely different style of boot, but I just suit lace up. And these actually unpopper, so you can wear them higher up if you want to. So there's lots of options. And I just thought, I mean, yes, they're quite like skiing, sort of the vibe that I get, but actually I think they'll work really well with jeans and possibly even a dress too. So I swapped the boots for these. They have great boots, but as I talked in Tuesday's video, it's about getting the proportions right, and it's just something that I've always really struggled with, so it's something I have to dress carefully. Anyway, I am gonna head to Triny, and actually I've just looked at the invite. I was invited to something a few weeks ago which I couldn't come, which was a makeup. Today they are launching a new product, so that is very exciting. So let's head there. So you might also wonder why I'm in the Beast rather than the Audi, the electric car. Simon has taken the car keys to Turkey with him on a business trip, and the other keys are locked inside the car. So luckily I haven't needed to move it, but it meant that I had to bring the Beast to London, which makes parking slightly challenging. And his car's parked the other side of the trailer and the skips on the other side of that. So I have to manoeuvre the trailer in very carefully between his car and the skip, which is slightly tricky for driving. Anyway, I've managed to do it 3 times now. He's only away for a short trip, but I've taken the trailer out 3 times. Slightly cursing him, but hey ho. Luckily I managed to get an end of bay parking spot. That was lucky, but I'm not sure I'm going to be so lucky for the rest of the day, but we will see.
Hi guys, so I'm the skincare specialist here at the King's Road, and I'm here to talk about Take Back Time with Eye Cream. It is such an amazing launch, and so excited that Triny's finally done an eye cream. With this eye cream, a little goes a long way. I definitely recommend like a rice grain for each eye. And then one of the most amazing things about this eye cream is not only is it perfect for this area, it is also to be used up in the brow bone, which is so exciting that we've got an eye cream that does all areas of the eye. The eye is going to work on fine lines, crow's feet, and amazing, it's been shown in the clinicals within 7 days you are going to see the effect. And then the next mini protein works on the upper eyelid, and what it does is it restores the collagen, the strength and the lift back up here, and of course prevention is key, so it does prevent as well. It's going to make sure that we have those beautiful under eyes all year round, which is so nice. And then I'm going to take about this sized amount for both eyes. That comes into play, like we all have our different ways of applying eye creams. We've all been taught different ways. It's one of those things I always hear about, the application of eye creams. So in the morning when I'm just in a rush, or in the evening I just want to get into bed, I do just go in and I tap the product in, barely applying any pressure. And what this does is it's activating our drainage, our natural drainage, so that if we do have any puffiness in the morning, this is really going to just take that away. And also it's going to make sure that the product is going in really nicely. So I mentioned before, we've got 2 mini proteins, one of which is called conotoxin. And this conotoxin mini protein is for under the eyes. And this is what is proven to, fade fine lines, crow's feet, and any wrinkles that we can get around the area of our eye underneath, which is really amazing. But as I mentioned before, we also have another mini protein. This is called TGF beta mini protein. And this one is going to go on the brow bone. I really just want to massage that very gently into the brow bone. and that's giving that structure and that lift and the strength back to the skin above here.
So that was really, really lovely, really informative. Wow, that is incredible. So knowledgeable and so lovely. And I've got a goodie bag with Take Back Time, which is their new eye cream, and it has proteins in it, which is fascinating, and ashwagandha, which is unbelievable. I mean, I've said this so many times. Triny, London, thinks of everything. So cleverly done. Oh my goodness. Oh. I don't want to put it on now, but like a silk. Oh my goodness. That is so scrumptious. I cannot wait to try this. And actually it's perfect timing because my eye cream is running out, and this one you can use morning and evening. And Ned was so knowledgeable. He was like, you know, take it down. And it's also really good for under eye, but above the eye to help keep that structure up, which is what we need. I haven't had Botox, I haven't had any treatments, and I've definitely noticed, and we were giggling about this, I met some really lovely girls there as well, wearing face masks during COVID, I smiled with my eyes, and my crow's feet, certainly I think I aged a lot quicker because of smiling, because you know you could look pretty unfriendly wearing a mask, so I over exaggerated the like beaming eyes, scrunched them up, gave myself crow's feet, and yeah, and apparently our eyes age 10 years more, like hang on, what did Ned say? I was concentrating. Our eyes age 10 years before the rest of our skin, or something along those lines. I haven't just made it up, but it's something along those lines. I need to get this back in the box. Now I'm going to go and meet the boys. So the boys will probably kill me for saying this. I said, boys, what would you like to do afterwards? They're like, could we go to the Sloane Club for afternoon tea? They want to go for scones and jam. And how grown up is that? I was like, are you sure that's what you want to do? Like, most kids are like, Mummy, take us to McDonald's. No, Mummy, can we go to the Sloane Club for a cream tea? Yes, absolutely. I'm very happy with that. So we're going to go and have a cup of tea and a scone at the Sloane Club. I've just got to move the car because this is a 2-hour bay, but really lovely day. So Simon and I are hiding under a tree at Tintin's. Yes, that is a Hawaiian shirt you spot. He has just got off the flight from Turkey and come straight to watch Coco. Such a good daddy. Are you feeling tired?
It's like the Wild West out here.
It's like the Wild West out here. Santana has been putting in a few bucks. Tintin, a few. Quite a few bucks. I haven't been filming it because I've just been observing. She's been a bit of a nightmare. And Tintin has just been getting them going forward, and it's working. They've just jumped beautifully, having been a little bit challenging, testing all the buttons, but it's been a good lesson. We're ending on a really good note. It's almost dark, but huge progress has been made, and I've left Archie at home. It's got quite windy, and I bought microphones, but I didn't bring them with me, which is really stupid. I bought like those windproof microphones so you could hear me properly. I've left Archie at home cooking a roast chicken, and I've just talked him through, another reason why I haven't been filming, talked him through exactly how to prepare it and how to do it, because Santana has got some new goats in her field and she didn't want to be caught this evening, so we are running a little bit later than planned. So anyway, it's good. It's how I learned to cook with Mum over the phone, so I've just done exactly the same thing with Archie. But we've had a lovely day. I've actually had wonderful Jessie come to visit from London, well, she's from America, from LA, but she was been staying in London. But I'm going to tell you more about that tomorrow when it's less windy and less dark. So it ended up being a very positive lesson with Tintin last night, and I have to keep like taking a step back and remembering that like where we've been, like not being able to even load her, to now she goes in easy peasy, and you know, we're just having a little hiccup at the moment with the jumping, but they ended on such a positive, and it's about like not doing the competitions at the moment, taking the winter just to like do the schooling, do the groundwork, and we will see, you know, what the spring brings, and we'll do, you know, maybe a bit of dressage and a bit of this and a bit of that. But Coco had a really good lesson, and I also have to remember that Coco is only 14, and I actually think she's doing so well with a young horse. She also has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is what I have. So for her, she really needs to do strength training to get her lower leg really, really strong. So we've talked quite a lot about that already, and I've given her quite a lot of exercises, and she's going to be focusing on it at school as well. And yeah, so very positive and wonderful to have Simon back. So wonderful. I really missed him. I'm feeling tired. I am feeling tired this week, and I think suddenly, like, the boys are home. It's wonderful to have them at home, and we've had a lot of laughs, and Archie's got his friends staying, and it's just really, really lovely. But I just, you know, when you just kind of relax, that's how I feel. I feel like, and now I'm tired, but you know, adrenaline's been keeping me going for months. The carpenter was supposed to come today. He's got a hiccup with his band, so we're no further forward on the house than we were at the end of last week's vlog, but I promise I will show you the new bits and pieces before the end of this vlog. But this is something that's arrived. I think I'm not going to open the whole thing, but we might have a sneak peek. So this is to go up here in the kitchen, and it's basically to put my pots and pans on. My inspiration for this was my friend Theodore, and he has something in his home in America, and I thought, oh. So I have ordered this, and Theodore's friend Jessie came yesterday for lunch, and Jessie and I have never met in person, but we've chatted on the phone, and she has come and done a podcast episode with me, which I will leave linked down below. And you know, when you just meet somebody and you know that you're a kindred spirit, it's like that with Jessie, it's like that with Theodore too. They have both become really dear friends, and you don't necessarily have to physically meet people in person for them to become a dear friend. And it was just such a lovely lunch. We didn't stop talking. She is wonderful, an amazing person. She's also she was in London. She was doing a retreat, and I'm going to leave the details to Jessie linked below, because she is a wonderful, I don't know if she'd call herself a therapist, but she's a special person. So yeah, if anyone wants to work with Jessie through issues and things like that, she's really good. But this is a sneak peek of what is being made. It's basically a ladder that is going to hang on the ceiling when I've got somebody here that can put it up, literally above this peninsula. It's going to hang, and I'm going to hang a whole load of stuff off it. So that will free up cupboard space, because we're not limited. This is a great size kitchen, but I don't have many drawers, and I can rejig things once I've got this up and hang things from up there, which is very, very exciting. I'm not hanging laundry, although I probably will end up hanging a bit of laundry up there, but I'm excited about that. And then I had my lovely, lovely friend Colleen came today, and I took Gussie to the opticians first thing. So I did the school run, and I took Gussie to the opticians because he's getting contact lenses. Not yet. After next week's appointment, today they're just practicing putting them in. After next week's appointment, we should be bringing them home, and then he can go back to school with contacts. Gus and his glasses, forever losing them, forever not wearing them. He's had glasses since he was 4 and they've been a total pain. So contacts, he's ready for it, and he's been amazing with his braces. He's coming towards the end of his Invisalign. He had like retainers just to do like quite a lot of the work, and now he's got Invisalign, and it's made such a difference to his smile. He was so self-conscious. He had a huge overbite, massive, mega, like I think off the chart, mega. He was so conscious that he didn't smile with his mouth open, and the difference now, and he's been so good with his braces, touch wood, he hasn't lost them. And you know, must be like a year in, I don't know, it's been quite a long time, but we got back from the opticians to Colleen, lovely Colleen. We had such a lovely hour or so nattering, but she bought me this as a housewarming, and it's a napkin holder with that keeps on top so she can't blow away. But I've been joking to the boys, they've just come down, I've been joking to the boys, sorry we don't have any napkins, and giving them kitchen roll. Now we have beautiful napkins, and this is going to look so pretty on the kitchen table. So that was a really, really lovely thing from Colleen. And then the postman has just delivered a box of goodies, which I think I know what it is, from a brand that I've worked with now for quite a few years and adore their products. What's so lovely is when I work with a brand and try out new products, and you know, if I love them and I share them, I then become a paying customer, and that is what has very much happened with this brand, because I adore so many of their products. And it is the advent calendar from L'Occitane, and their advent calendars are just the best. What's so good about them is they're like, hang on, let me get this out and then talk to you. So lovely card. As the winter months close in, we gift you the L'Occitane Advent Calendar. It is £68, but it's worth £129.50 with 24 surprises that awaits behind each door. Whether you're a lover of L'Occitane or hoping to discover something new, this calendar is a great way to experience a variety of travel-sized skincare, body care, hand care, hair care products, while stocking up on bestsellers such as the Immortelle Divine Cream and the Overnight Reset Serum. Almond shower oil, we love that as well. So the Immortelle range is a moisturizer that I just absolutely love, and the Overnight Reset Serum is amazing. But the almond shower oil, Coco and I fight over. And then the shea butter hand cream, it's amazing. So that is very, very kind of L'Occitane to send that. So when I'm traveling, I can take my favorite products with me in mini versions. And also what's great is you don't necessarily have to check them in because they're under the size. So let's have a quick look. They do the advent calendars, and well, I'm not going to open it all up now, but that is what it looks like. But it is such a lovely present, and I haven't had advent calendars as an adult because I've just bought them for the children, and I've never had them, and my husband has never bought them for me until L'Occitane started sending me their advent calendars each year. And it is such a treat as a grown-up to get an advent calendar. So if you've got a loved one in your life, honestly, it's such a thoughtful added little gift to open this up in the lead up to Christmas and get delicious treats from L'Occitane. So a huge thank you for sending me that, and I think that packaging is just beautiful, and I shall thoroughly enjoy opening my advent calendar when we get there. But they have, you know, such great savings and products. It's a real treat. And then I promised you I would share with you what I bought at Stable Antiques last week, and I bought this log basket, which I'm going to use for kindling here in the sitting room. I just think it works really, really well in here next to the fire, and now we've had the fires swept, we can enjoy using them. I haven't used this one yet, but we definitely will do, and I just think that log kindling basket is really elegant. And then the other thing that I bought was this corner unit here from Stable Antiques, and I think it just works really well in this little bathroom. I've just shared with you the log basket and the corner unit in the bathroom, and once the bathroom's fully finished, so no plumber this week, no carpenter this week, so there's no kind of real updates or progress, but it's quite nice. As I said, I'm tired. It's quite nice just to and enjoy the boys being on half term, and Coco breaks up today, so it's going to be great having everyone off. And actually last night I did a roast chicken. We had like our first proper family meal with Archer's friend as well in here in the kitchen, and it was just really, really lovely just to have everyone together. But I hope if you're on half term that you have a lovely start to half term. I think we're quite unusual that we've had a week already. I can't believe it. But it's so gorgeous to have family time. You can't beat it. But thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope that you have enjoyed what I've shared with you. I'm wishing you a super happy weekend and lots of love, and I will see you next week.